Welcome back, folks, to Let's Play Ultima IX Ascension. Way last we left off, we've done all we can here, and we've even gone through the entirety of our journal, which means that we should head to Britannia and save it from the Guardian, and we should run while doing so. Let us go, Avatar! There is no time to lose. Through the magical purple gate. Uh-oh, we're in trouble! How about thee?
The Guardian must be aware that you are called to Britannia, and is already working against you. Fortunately, the Gazer is a magic creature, and its powers will be greatly weakened by the lack of magic here on Earth.
And that is very fortunate for us, because Gazers are no joke. Also, that pile of gore should be on the ground, but because of all these rocks, it is floating. That foe would have been a lot trickier had we not have been armed with a fantastically powerful sword, and magic wasn't weak here, which makes me wonder how Hawkwind is able to communicate with us considering that there's so little magical energy. Hawkwind must be a really powerful magician, far more powerful than I remember him being. Either way, let's go through this before more of the Guardian's servants arrive. Our quest begins.
My lord, the Avatar has arrived in Britannia, and has been easily dispatched by my worm guard.
Do not be so sure. The meddlesome champion of virtue is not so easily defeated.
Of course, my lord, but I ask you, where is he now? The Mirror of Darkness would reveal Lord British's lackey. If he had
The
lived...
Avatar has been teleported to a place hidden from the Mirror's sight. Our virtuous paragon could only have been taken to Stonegate, and by one of great power.
Shall I reduce Stonegate to a cinder, my lord?
No. I want the champion of Britannia to see what has become of the land and its people. I want to feel his rage burn as he sees what I have done to Britannia. You are to keep the Avatar occupied while I complete my plan for Britannia's conquest. What remains is yours when I am finished. Now leave me.
Yes, my lord.
Blackthorn, you are indeed a fool to want Britannia. Once I have finished with it.
And with that, our adventure has truly begun. There are a few things I need to comment on though with that cutscene. First, we did not appear in Britannia via a moongate. We appeared via a beam of light. Maybe the need is so great, and moongates still aren't working properly, and so we arrived in that method. Secondly, we did not arrive with a weapon. We normally do arrive with a weapon. I wonder what happened there. Also, Blackthorn. What is Blackthorn doing here? Blackthorn was banished from Britannia, and as far as the end of Ultima V showed, Blackthorn was seriously repentant about what he did. He knew that he'd been influenced by the Banes. Why is he now willingly working for the Guardian? It seems like Blackthorn wants what remains of Britannia once the Guardian's done with it, but also has that sly grin of "I'm totally going to try and betray you." Take it from us, Blackthorn, it doesn't end well if you try and betray the Guardian. We've also finally seen all of the Guardian, and he does look quite sinister. Though I do like the little touch of trying to make the arrival in Britannia look like the ending of Ultima VIII. It's just a shame it doesn't really have the effect it should. We are also in Stonegate, which is in much better condition than it should be considering the ruin that it was in Ultima VII.
The Guardian obviously knows you are here, Avatar. You will not be safe here at Stonegate for long. Unlike on Earth, you are now vulnerable. There is also a chest of equipment in the corner of this room sent for you by the gypsy.
That's handy. Also, why did the subtitles cut out there? I've no idea. But here is our starting equipment for being a fighter. We have a scimitar. We also have this here. And this. And this. As well as this bag, and what looks like a potion bottle. That looks like a mana potion. So, let's have a look at all the stuff that we have in our backpack. This is a... oh! Well, we just used that. Looks like, I forgot how that works. I think we have to right-click to see what things are. No, we don't. Never mind. I think we have a magical spell there to aid us. This, by the way, is a map of the town related to the virtue we picked. We have a bag here with some potions, and potions are useful. We also have this potion here. So let's put one of these potions on here, and one of these potions here. And ignore the fact that we just... need to get rid of these by right-clicking. Ignore the fact that we used that scroll by mistake, and go walk about. Also, this is where we arrived via our teleportation. I believe that provides illumination. There's a lot to read here. Let's read. What better way to pass time? When you're tired, it's always a good idea to rest. But what if you're not at home? Any bed will do, and a good night's sleep will refresh even the most worn down of warriors. You'll find the time will pass quickly, and you will feel quite refreshed. That's the game saying, rest in any bed you like, because nobody really cares, and it's a good way to wait for shops to open and to heal. Tutorials even now. Spells for the beginner. Everyone wants to learn to cast spells. Not all spells are for beginners, however. Some spells are simple, and do not require any mana points to use, like Ignite, Douse, or Stone. But these spells, while handy, are not the ones that will really impress a date. Most everyone in Britannia has already seen the Douse spell or the Gust spell. The real way to attract attention is to find the higher level spells. Once you gain the skill and the mana to use it, you'll be casting lightning storms and summoning demons with the best of them. The higher the level of a spell, the more mana it will consume, so be careful not to try too hard to impress people with your magical abilities. There are tales of a mage named Hertes, who was summoning Reagents, then cast the charm spell to secure the attractions of a young lady, and was then promptly eaten by a nearby dragon because he had no mana left to fight back. His attempted tryst was unsuccessful, to say the least. Be sure that this doesn't happen to you, and watch your mana closely. Will do! It's not like we have much of it. Plant lore. Mistletoe is easiest to find in the spring. Cut the sprigs with your left hand for greatest effectiveness. Hibiscus leaves can be used to make a tea, which is excellent for sore throats. Never step on a dandelion, for it will anger any leprechaun who sees you do so. We'll try our best not to. Observations of Blackrock by Rudum the Mage. Ooh, we haven't heard from Rudum for a while. The mysterious substance known as Blackrock is completely indestructible. Only by magical means can it be moulded and shaped. Blackrock can be found in small quantities beneath the ground, sometimes near loads of iron ore or lead. Blackrock can be excavated by conventional means, but melting it down into a malleable substance is impossible except by magic. I have found that a combination of electrical energy and magnetic energy has a profound effect upon the substance. Together, these properties cause Blackrock to become permeable. That is, one can put one's hand through the substance as if it were water. Further study reveals that Blackrock might work as a teleportation device if magic, electrical energy, magnetic energy, and the correct alignment of heavenly bodies act together upon the substance. This theory still needs to be tested. That's definitely true, Rudum. It was used by the Guardian, or the Guardian tried to use it to get here. The Blackrock transmuter I created out of an old one does not work. It was meant to shoot electrical and magnetic charges into Blackrock, but all it does is make the substance explode. I must be careful not to let the transmuter get into the wrong hands. Pointing it at a large quantity of Blackrock might produce a devastating explosion. Oh, it did. I must quit for the day. The headaches that have been plaguing me have gotten worse. I'm forgetting more and more. Very soon, I'm afraid, I will forget how to cast simple spells. I believe something might be affecting the magical ether, but I cannot be sure. Oh, something was, Rudum. That was the thing that Ultima VII had going on that we arrived to. A treatise on the lore of the Gargoyles by Norlik the Elder. Though gargoyles are considered by most to be mere legend, no record exists documenting the origins of the gargoyle statues that adorn many castles. Even the towering stone guardians of the Codex of Ultimate Wisdom have many of the physical characteristics of the legendary gargoyle. Nobody seems to know where they came from either. Despite the lack of hard evidence, there have been a fair number of unconfirmed reports of sightings of live gargoyles. It is opinion of this author that the demons are a form of gargoyle. As many reliable encounters with demons have been documented in various scholarly works, perhaps this is the best source of further information on the subject of gargoyles. This was before Ultima VI. There are lots of old books in here. There's a book here too. The Quest of the Avatar. In days not long past, the Council of Wizards erected shrines to the 8 virtues, that people throughout the land might meditate upon them. It was through studying the 8 virtues and the 3 underlying principles that the great hero, who had defeated the Triad of Evil, started down the path that led to avatarhood. For verily it is known that the 3 principles are truth, love, and courage, and that from truth arises honesty, and from love arises compassion, and from courage arises valor, and that truth commingled with love gives rise to justice. That is a word I forgot was in this book, and a word I've just relearned. And love commingled with courage gives rise to sacrifice, and courage commingled with truth gives rise to honor, and truth, love, and courage all united create spirituality. And the absence of all 3 principles leads to the vice of pride, which leads us to think of the virtue that is its opposite, that of humility. And on the quest to become the embodiment of 8 virtues, the Avatar recovered the Codex of Ultimate Wisdom, and discovered that the one underlying concept that leads to the 3 principles which lead to the 8 virtues is infinity. Ponder these well, O Seeker. Thanks for giving us the brief synopsis of what we did in Ultima IV. Also, book. Damage and armor. When fighting, it is important to remember 2 things. Weapons will obviously do damage, but armor will always absorb damage. You will only inflict damage if your weapon does more damage than your opponent's armor absorbs. Many beasts have natural armor, so you'll need a strong weapon to damage the more powerful creatures. Note it. Watch the meters at the top of your screen to see your weapon and armor rating. The bar on the right will show you the comparative rating of your weapon compared to other weapons in Britannia. Remember though, that this is only a general rating. Different weapons will have different effects against various types of creatures. Very true. Swords aren't the best thing all the time. The bar on the left will show you your armor rating. This will give you a general idea of effectiveness of your armor. There are, however, some magical armor pieces that may not absorb as much damage as the sturdier garb, but may have other important benefits. You can get one of those if you pick the Mage, I believe. Each weapon has special attacks, which will also give you different results against different... Oops, I accidentally closed it. Well, that can happen. Let's go forward. Oh, I actually remember the page we were on. That's handy. Against different creatures. Britannia boasts many skilled fighters who will be able to train you in these new techniques. Good to know. I want this potion. I also want to go over here and grab this. This might be quite useful. We'll put this here for now. And read this. A handy guidebook to potions. Ah! Black, temporary invisibility. Blue, mana breath. Green, poison, beware. Okay, good to know. Orange, mana boost. Purple, temporary invulnerability. Red, cures poison. White, infernal armor. Yellow, healing. So we have mana breath and some healing potions. Good to know. I think we're done with books here. Ooh, also, a dagger. Just in case you picked a class that did not start with a weapon. We did though, so let's move on and explore Stonegate, which is a big tower. Also, this book is quite important. We also have the sound of combat! This is the Spellbook. Now we have magic, and we don't have much mana at all.
Press S to access your Spellbook. You will need to cast Ignite on the torch at the end of the hall to remove the force field that blocks your way. To cast Ignite from your Spellbook, click on the Ignite spell icon. After the book closes, position the blue reticle over the unlit torch and left-click to magically ignite it. Spell icons may also be dragged into your tool belt, just like items.
That is something we'll be doing. Also, this is another piece of art from one of the box covers. Right, let us look at our spells, and that is the image from a Calabath. Let's look at the glossary. Ho ho! There are lots and lots of bits of information here about the various spell verbs and what they do. We're going to, however, look at the reagents. Black pearls. The black pearl channels energy of protection. Blood moss. This moss lends its energy to the spells of movement. Mandrake root. Most used in binding spells of power. Sulphurous ash. Used to amplify the effects of a spell. Energy effects specifically. Garlic. Garlic is often used to protect against enchantment. Ginseng. Only a few of its restorative powers are known. Pretty nifty stuff. Nightshade. Used in binding illusion spells, only visible by magic. Spider silk. This reagent empowers spells of holding. Moongates. Most citizens of Britannia have heard stories of magical portals known as moongates. In fact, the stories are true. The twin moons of Britannia, Trammel and Felucia, cause the moongate to rise and set as they move through the firmament. These moongates are magical gateways that can take one far across the land, even across time and through the firmament. The mechanism as to why is little understood, but the few who have mastered the moongate's secrets have been able to use them as vehicles to great adventure. Okay, we've got that. Now let's look at the linear spells. We have Stone, Gust, Ignite, Douse, and that is it. Upon these pages are transcribed the first circle spells of the 4 elements. Create reagents, lightning bolt, light, and light heal. There's a good chance that I accidentally used the light spell. We had a scroll for that. Ah well. Let us put stone here, gust here, ignite here, and douse here. We're going to be using all of these to get our puzzle solving going. First things first, we need ignite. Here. And with that, magical portals open, and we can move forward. We'll be doing more of that. Also, there is a ladder here. Should probably have our scimitar drawn, because who knows what could happen. Like combat with this rat. Can we do this while we... No, we actually need to have this sheathed for us to talk.
Perhaps you have a spell that might be able to dispatch the vermin that guards the switch. Try the stone spell on the rat.
Oh, I will. Oh, I will. The power of rocks! Rocks are a truly mighty thing indeed. And they have got us past that threat. We're going to jump to here, engage in some very precarious platforming. Also, all of our gold is gone. But we now have a tiny bit more. And this opens the way forward. And it's important that we open that way forward, because otherwise we're kind of stuck here. Also, I want to try and navigate back so that we don't take fall damage. I do believe fall damage does exist. Also, I see a potion there, and that is a red potion, which is not healing. We know not to grab the green potions, for they are poison. Onwards we... Ooh, stuff. What have we got here? Ooh, that looks like armor to me. Now, the armor that we're currently wearing is nice and all, but it's actually not as good as the armor that we just picked up. So, we'll put this here, and we'll wear this. And our armor has increased very slightly. The regalia of the avatar does look nifty, but it is only very, very flimsy chain. Ooh.
You see the pressure plate below that vase? See if you can use your gust spell to move the vase off the shelf.
We'll give it a go,
You can try
Hawkwind.
this now by casting your gust spell, then clicking on the item that you wish the wind gust to affect.
Need to be careful with our aiming, but... Aha! That was quite a loud gust. And there's the button that will take us down. Past an amazing fire effect! It's... certainly gets the image of fire going. It's burning and crackling. The sound effect is really good. This place is in much better condition than I remember it being. Now, any enemies? No. There's a button there. Let's use this. That should drain away the... Yep, drain away the water. Which is good, because we need the water gone. So that we can... I think we lost a tiny bit of health there, but we do have money! Ha-ha! We are rich! Couldn't press the button while it was, full of water. And with that simple puzzle, we can move onwards. It's a good thing Stonegate is designed to be pretty much a tutorial dungeon to give you the hang of what you need to do. Also, we're going to climb. It is quite a smooth climbing animation. And you see all the different ones there. Let's move on. Enemies? I think this is going to be pretty... Yep. This is not going to end well for us, because there's fire everywhere. This tower is protected from unlawful entry by flames. To exit, clear the way to the source and extinguish the braziers. Alright, I think I know what we need to do. We need to use the douse spell, so let us do so. Let's just use it here. And if we press F12, we can actually use it via the function key. Also, we're too far away there, and these spells, by the way, consume no mana whatsoever. Absolutely none. Which is handy, because we don't have a lot of mana. We can now extinguish this, and that. Oh, a little too far away. A little too far away. Still too far away. Maybe we have to be here. There we go. Much better. All the fire is gone, we can move on. And that rhymed. And with that, we are out of Stonegate, and there are statues for the names. The Shadow Lords themselves.
I have taught you all that I can, Avatar, but you still have much to learn. Once you step outside these doors, your enemies will be numerous. Nearby there is a cave. Within it lies the means to reach Britain, where you may seek out the wise Lord British. Fare thee well, my friend.
Farewell, Hawkwind. We'll see you soon enough, I'm sure. And so, when we come back, folks, massive fish there, and a rat. We need to watch out for all of these threats. And we also hear the "oh" in the background. Yeah, it's in pretty good condition, Stonegate, considering. Very good condition, far better than I ever remember. And so, folks, I'll catch you next time. and I'll see you then. Later. Exploration begins! And if we're lucky, we'll find more leather armor at some point. Certainly better than what we're currently wearing. And we need all the armor we can get. Also, saving. Seems like a good idea to me. Let's actually do that and press that. That's much better. Excellent. Later.